From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Friday, May 3rd. I'm Mike Ludlum. The Negaunee baseball team has done well in doubleheaders this season. Negaunee back at home on Friday, taking on the Escanaba Eskimos. Picking up in the bottom of the first, 2 outs and a base hit by Carter Richardson. That scores the first run of the game, and Negaunee is off and running. However, in the second, Nick Miller will drop one in the shallow field for the Orange and Black, and that's an RBI single. Escanaba leads 2-1. Miners would tie the game, but the fourth inning was not kind to Miners pitcher Alex Munson. With runners on second and third, he balked home both runs, and Escanaba had a 4-2 lead in the fifth. Move to the sixth, Eskimos get another one. Tyler Larson, the RBI grounder, and Escanaba won the first game of the doubleheader 7-2, and the Eskimos took the nightcap as well, 6-2. On the scoreboard, Norway had just enough pitching to get by Crivets 11-10. Marquette squandered a lead and lost Alpena 4-3. High school softball, Gabby Sallow, a two-hitter with 11 strikeouts. Escanaba defeated DeForest 6-0, and yes, they really are called the Norskies. To Bay College baseball, trying to keep its season alive against Dakota County Tech. Flynn Morrison throws out a Blue Knights runner. Then Tyler Skufka records a strikeout. Unfortunately, the Norse just couldn't put the bat on the ball very well in this game. Oliver Dunn finally broke up the no-hitter with this base hit, but he was stranded. Bottom of the seventh, Kyler Moyer will put one to the right field fence. Lucas Weiner allegedly did not touch third, but he scored on the play. However, that would be Bay's only run. They lost the first game of the doubleheader 3-1 and the nightcap 5-0. They will not be going to their playoffs. On the board, Finlandia's baseball team continues to struggle. Lacrosse won a doubleheader 7-0 and 15-2. And the Community College softball tournament taking place out in Glendive, Montana. By the way, that is the smallest television market in the United States of America. GLIAC lost the first game to Lake Region 9-2. Bay dropped a 5-3 decision to Dakota County Tech. Fortunately for them, it is a double elimination tournament. Marquette Senior High School introduced 2 new varsity coaches Friday morning, one for football and one for volleyball. The new football coach is Eric Mason. He's been the Redmond freshman coach since 2010. His team was undefeated a season ago. Prior to that, Mason was involved with the Marquette County Youth Football League. He played football at NMU and before that at Escanaba High School under then coach Dan Flynn. Mason says this is a childhood dream coming true, and it's a case of role reversal. Flynn will now be Mason's assistant.
Coach Flynn over the years has been coaching with me at the freshman level, and his undying love for the sport, and more than that, love for the kids, is what I wanted. I know the football part of it. Everybody wants to hear, okay, we're gonna do the I formation, or we're gonna run spread offense. At the end of the day, the kids are what are important.
Mason is not a teacher. He's been with the Michigan Department of Corrections for 25 years, currently as a probation agent. Mason replaces Dave LaHillier as coach. LaHillier resigned after last season. Marquette's volleyball new head coach is Ann Crandall Williams. Crandall Williams, along with her husband Ted Williams, have coached at Munising. The Mustangs reached the state semifinals in 2017 and in the regional final last November. Previously, she was an assistant at Manistee. She played her college volleyball at Lake Superior State after being a 2-time All-State player at Brimley. Since Ted Williams retired as a Munising teacher and Ann still had the itch to coach, moving to Marquette makes sense.
I experienced a lot of success. I'm thankful to the Munising community for allowing me to coach there. My goal over the next couple of years is seeing where these girls are at and seeing what I need to do to bring them to the next level. They're very athletic. They're great volleyball players. Marquette has an excellent middle school program. They really develop these players. I think they're ready to be challenged. I think they want to be challenged. They're looking forward to that. I love the sport of volleyball. I love mentoring young women. I love helping them become stronger young women.
Crandall Williams is a professor of social work at NMU. This means her commute to practice is going to be a lot shorter than it used to be. She takes over for Mike Morgan, who resigned after last season. High school track and field, Lakeland and Hubble held its annual invitational. On the girls' side, the Lakes won by more than 100 points with Hancock second and Chassell third. Multiple individual event winners for the Lakes were Jocelyn Perla, Jamie Hendrickson. Chassell's Leah Raudiola won 2 distance races. Lakeland and Hubble also won the boys' event by more than 100 points, followed by Chassell and Dollar Bay. Multiple event winners for the Lakes on the boys' side, Cole Gregory, Caleb Gregory, and Carter Crouch. In boys high school tennis, a pair of 8-0 matches. Westwood defeated Gwynn, and it was Marquette over Menominee. The GLIAC Track and Field Championships wrapped up at Grand Valley State this afternoon, and the Upper Peninsula has a few more champions. Braden Reekle of Michigan Tech captured the men's steeplechase last night in 9 minutes and 0.2 of a second. Today, the Huskies' Liz Block won the women's 1500 in 4 minutes, 24.73 seconds. And for NMU, Marquette's Izzy Peterson captured the 200 in 24.17 seconds. Not going to read all the results, but you can see the NMU women were second in the 400 relay. Michigan Tech's Clayton Sayan from Houghton was fourth in the 1500 meters, and NMU had a pair of finishers in the women's 400 meter run. On the next page, Marquette's Shayla Hubner was second in the women's 800. Izzy Peterson was second in the women's 100, that should be. We'll change that later. And on the list, NMU had a couple of placements in the 400 hurdles. The NMU women were second in the 1600 relay. And in the field event department, Michelle Yerkin did well for the Wildcats. She was third in the high jump and second in the triple jump. And Roger Wilford scored in another event for Lake Superior State. On the results, of course, Grand Valley won both because they have so many athletes available. NMU women finished third, very impressive finish by them. Tech sixth, Lake Superior State 11th, and the Tech men were fifth, and Lake Superior State was eighth.